Hey there, my name is Rex, and with the release of Godzilla King of the Monsters, I decided to cover Greydle Kaijus today. Now, I did do a review of the movie on this channel, which you can go ahead and watch right here, or somewhere, and your support on that would be so much appreciated because I'm not necessarily a Yu-Gi-Oh channel so much anymore, more of an anime movie channel, but I'm still going to be doing deck profiles every month, so let's go ahead and get started. Now, also, I should mention, in honor of King of the Monsters, this is a little more of a fun build. I tried my best to kind of include basically every kaiju. So, we've got 2 Gamma Seal, 2 of the Thunder King, 1 Jizukiru, 1 Dogoran, Sticky String, Big Guy, and then Mothra, basically. Yes, I don't remember all their names. I only remember Gamma Seal and Thunder King here because they're the important ones. Of course, you know, if you want to make this a little bit of a better build, just 3 Gamma Seal, 3 of the Thunder King, you can ditch these guys, maybe up to 2 Dogoran. But for the most part, all of the kaijus have the cool effect that if there's a kaiju on the other side of the field, you can special summon it from your hand. And if it's in your hand, you contribute 1 of your opponent's monsters to special summon these. These were a big nuisance a while ago. They're still pretty good. Gamma Seal, of course, being one of the weaker ones, but, you know, relatively useful in the sense that summon this to your opponent's side, and then summon this one to your side, because this is 2200, this is 3300, so you can easily run it over. Of course, there's the whole combination here. They do all have different effects, but we're not playing the kaiju counter, so you can't exactly use them. You can't exactly use the effects like that, but for the most part, it's just kind of fun. Again, if you want to make this an actual good, more competitive deck, just easily swap these ones out for more copies of Gamma Seal and Thunder King or a Jizukiru or Dogoran or whatever. These guys are cool, but I mean, they look cool, but not that good. For the most part, that's basically it for the kaiju. And so now on to the Greydles. So we got 3 Slime Junior, 3 Alligator, 3 Cobra, 2 Eagle, and then 2 of the regular Slime. They're all pretty useful. Slime is probably the most useful one for now, just because it's added legacy. When it's summoned, you get to bring back one from the graveyard, and it just lets you go from there. The restriction is that you can only summon waters for the rest of the turn, but it's pretty useful. When it's destroyed by battle, you get to summon a Greydle from the deck. Alligator, Cobra, and Eagle, when they're destroyed by battle, they get to take control of your opponent's monster and equip this as a card to it. The only thing is, they also have added effects corresponding to their colors. Of course, Alligator if it's also destroyed by a spell, Cobra if it's also destroyed by a trap, and then Eagle if it's also destroyed by a monster effect. And then what Slime also does is that you can destroy monsters and special summon him. He is a tuner, he's a big tuner, so you can make the Synchro monster, you can get off Eagle's effect. Probably I should up the Eagle to 3 in this and swap it for one of the other support monsters or something. But for the most part, that's the point of the deck, is that Slime allows Slime and Slime Junior allow you to climb into synchros, and then the main ones here, they allow you to take control of your opponent's monster, which is great because what you'll be able to do, you'll be able to tribute over your opponent's monster, get rid of whatever they have for kaiju, and then you can activate one of these effects to take it over, and then hey, bada bing, bada boom, it's pretty cool. So you could go like the standard kaiju route of summon to your opponent's side, summon to your side, attack over, or summon this one to your side, your opponent's side, take it back. It's pretty cool. And on top of that, you can also take control of your opponent's other monsters. And so that's it for the Greydles. And lastly, for additional support monsters, 2 Abyss Neri, 2 Ash Blossom. Ash Blossom is a good hand trap. And then Abyss Neri, it allows you to destroy a water monster on your field or even in your hand and get some things going. It's good for Eagle, which I was saying, like, it's kind of a cool little combo thing, but maybe I'll just bring this to 1 and like Eagle to 3, or I need to find numbers again. If you want to make this good, just like 3 of each, and then you can drop some of the more not as useful kaiju, and then Ash Blossom's just reliable. You can up this to 3, whatever, just cool support monsters. And that's it for the monsters. So for spells, we got a Monster Reborn, 3 Kaiju Interrupted Slumber, and then 3 Greydle Impact. Now, it's great that we have 3 Kaiju Interrupted Slumber. What this does is it just clears a field, and then you summon a kaiju to each side of the field. As you can see, it's got Dogoran and Gamma Seal in the card artwork, so you can obviously summon them because, you know, opponent's side, your side, or again, if you just Thunder King to your side, so that's pretty cool. This was limited, but thankfully it's at 3 now. It's really great, you know, for whatever reason, you could potentially get this effect off. Probably won't not because it clears a field, but if your opponent has something that can't be destroyed, you can use this, clear the field, get rid of everything else, and if you have an Alligator on the field, you can do stuff like that, or at least I believe so. And then we got 3 Greydle Impact. What Greydle Impact does is it lets you pop stuff on your side of the field and your opponent's side of the field. You pick one monster or one thing you control, one thing your opponent controls, pop them both, and during the end phase you get to add a Greydle from your deck to your hand. It's great because it combos with Alligator. So, you know, spells that destroy and that get the effect off. Anyway, that's all for spells. And now for traps, we got 2 Greydle Split, 2 Greydle Parasite, a Skill Drain, and Compulsory. So Split, what it does is you can target a monster and it gains 500 attack, and then you can send it to graveyard to destroy it. What that mostly does is you can use it to combo with Cobra, as you can see in the artwork, and then destroy it, get the effect off. That's pretty cool. Parasite is just that if your opponent controls a direct attack while you control no monsters, you get to special summon a Greydle from your deck. And if you have a Greydle and your opponent has no monsters, you can special summon one. You can have them special summon one monster from their graveyard to the field. So it basically just gets Greydles in play or gets an opponent's monster in play to get the effects off. So you can either ram it into them or have it, you know, take a hit or whatever. Skill Drain. The Greydle monster effects resolve in the graveyard for the most part, and then the Kaijus don't really need their effects. They're just kind of big beat sticks, so that's pretty useful to help shut down your opponent's stuff. And then Compulsory because it's a good, useful trap. And again, you know, if it comes down to it, you can tribute an opponent's monster, summon the Kaiju if that monster is pretty troublesome, and then you can Compulsory the Kaiju back to the field. Say, you know, if it's like a monster that can't be affected by target effects, just because Kaiju's tributing over monsters just helps get around that. And for the most part, that's it for the traps. Now, I won't exactly discuss an extra deck a whole lot, again, just because I don't have a whole lot of physical cards on me at the moment. But as you can see, like, the main gimmick of this deck is mostly monsters in the main deck, and it's just kind of a more fun thing. There is the Greydle Synchro monster, though, Greydle Dragon. It is pretty cool, and you can always make it with the tuners that you have, because Slime and Slime Jr. are both tuners, and I just happen to have one. I think it's pretty cool because it's a combination of all of them. It has the effect, and I'll read that off. When this card is Synchro Summoned, you can target, you can target cards your opponent controls equal to the number of water monsters used in the Synchro Summon of this card, destroy them, and if this card is destroyed by battle or card effect sent to your graveyard, you can target one other water monster in your graveyard, special summon it, but its effects are negated. You can only use this each effect of Greydle Dragon once per turn. It's, you know, it's kind of it's a cute little thing that you can do. Destroys your opponent's monster. Like, typically maybe you'll use like 1 or 2 water monsters, or even 3 with Slime Jr. to be able to summon this, and then you can just go ahead and get some popping effects off there, and it kind of replaces itself when it goes to the graveyard, because then you can just special summon another Greydle from the field, or sorry, from the graveyard to the field, and they have their effects negated, but that doesn't matter because, again, for the most part, these useful Greydles, their effects resolve in the graveyard. Again, just play whatever you happen to have in the extra deck, especially for Link monsters, because you can actually make Link monsters in this. Play Starboy, because Starboy is pretty useful for them water monsters. But anyway, the rest is up to you, and that's it for the extra deck. So yeah, anyway, that's it for the Kaiju Greydle deck. Again, this was just kind of like a mixture between pure Kaijus and Greydle Kaijus. Pure Kaijus aren't necessarily the best, but you can do some weird things with the extra deck then, because you're going to be summoning a lot more of these. Greydles are pretty useful. Again, like I said, it's compromised, just like ditch these guys and up the counts for this, and then basically it's a good Greydle Kaiju deck. But I just wanted to talk about it because King of the Monsters was out, and it was really cool. Again, you can check out my review of it, just because that would mean so much if you guys could support that. I just wanted an excuse to talk about these with this Kaiju weekend, and I mean, Kaijus are really cool. We kind of forgot about them after they made their impact on the meta and stuff and then left. But anyway, let me know what you think down in the comments below. Maybe I could just make a few changes here and there and re-profile the deck, or if this was fine and then just telling you what to change out for different builds is fine. You know, that's, just let me know in the comments below. Your support means so much. Again, guys, if you enjoyed the content, remember to leave a like, subscribe, show your support and stuff. You can enable notifications by clicking the bell icon. It'll make sure you see each new video as it comes out. And anyway, this has been Rex. Have a nice day.